100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. Yeah, they can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They're on attack.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
Here's Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on second and 16. Luck. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Running on first down, Ekeler. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now it's Luck. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now Luck. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. Tank Tucson. Man. Let go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, shedding through the defense. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Squeeze. Ready, go.
Now. Here's Carson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
70, Indy.
Justin Houston on the stop.
New York Horses.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9
Go.
at the 36-yard line.
Hey, zoom. Big air. 6'6", pull it high. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
218, chop it.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Malik Hooker on the cover.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Recon, 132 fighter. 154. Rip left. Ready.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check. 44.
Love. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Pierre Desir in on the stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard
Hey,
line.
Charlie. 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop. Come to my work. Bravo. Come to my work. Hey, watch that.
On second and 15 now. Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
18 Gator. Mark 54. It's going to be a long day. 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Steve Griffin, Steve Griffin.
On first down. Carson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Look at me. Go,
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
Hey, Haywood. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, boy. Fight.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Check out. 674.
Block on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Love. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Jam. Shoot. Slam. Ready?
Then he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
61. Matchbox light.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Down. 18.
At the 46-yard line.
54. Hey, mark the screen.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get this. Get it.
Here's Minshew. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
There you go.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, get him. Hey, Alpha. Check 50, go.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. This is Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 48-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Go!
From the gun, Minshew to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Open miss, Ross complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up.
Blue draw Corkers.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that gives him a 3-point lead. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Ready?
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
6-6.
It's a
Pull it
pickup
high.
of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 36, Minshew. That's complete into the hands of Carson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Go! 18 Gator.
Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
47's the mic.
Luck now to throw. That's complete to Meredith. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Luck. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Smooth. Check Mike 54. Mike 5.
Minshew sets to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Carson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go, go.
Now Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
60 or.
Cut, cut, cut.
I go. Shoot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
All right, here we go.
58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Hines. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on first down. Hines. And a short gain here down to the 22. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Check out.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
We ain't giving him nothing yet.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 47 yards. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, you know, versus wind, no wind, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the